Again, back is the incredible business credit builder. What's up, everybody? Yeah. Like I was saying, if y'all know what the chat box is, put your name in the chat box, your business name, and what type of business that you do. Do that in the chat box. And we're going to get started here. All right. Okay. My name is Noel A. Booker. I am the CEO at Business Credit Builder.us LLC. And what we do at Business Credit Builder is we help entrepreneurs build their business credit and access funding. Point blank, simple, boom. That's what it is. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social and easily get business loans and credit lines. Yeah. So there's only 3 people that know where the chat box is. Is that what it is? Charlotte is in the building. Tamara's in the building. Yeah. Charlene, what up? What's Charlene saying here? She didn't put a whole paragraph in here. TGK. TGK trucking up in the building. Who else? I got another trucking company. Brian, what up? All right, let's get it. Okay. Before we start, make sure y'all take notes. Y'all could screenshot if y'all need to when it's time. And I'm gonna go pretty fast, right? Because this is like, even though I sell the service of helping businesses build their business credit, this is not a sales class. This is an informative class where you will know all the steps of how to build business credit. Normally, in these type of things, like these webinars, they're like sales classes. They just teach you just enough so you can buy the product, right? But I'm gonna teach you all the steps. All right. Okay. Sandra's in here. What up, Sandra? COO in the building. Virtual Business Collaborative. What? Tamara, Word, T3 Impact, and Tax Solutions. No doubt, Tax Solutions. You might want to consider my partner program, Miss Tax Solutions. Okay. All right. That's how we do it. Okay. Yeah, so take notes. There'll be times where you can ask questions. I'm gonna go pretty fast because there's a bunch of stuff I need to put in just a little bit of time, and I value your time, so I'm gonna get through this information that I need you to know so that you can do this on your own, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let's get it. Okay. Now you should see my screen. Did my cam go down? Let me see. Oh no, the cam is still up, right? Michelle, what up? Properties. Myra Group Properties, LLC. She does real estate. Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. So here we go. Let me do one more thing. I'm sorry. Check this. Okay, so now you should be able to see my full screen. Okay. You should be able to see the full screen. Okay, let's just get it going then. All right, once again, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr., Business Credit Builder.us. Check out the contact info, right? You got the telephone, you got an email address. Now there's 3 buttons at the bottom, right? Let's start with the green button. Green button is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. Okay, just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. The blue button is what you do if you want to get more information on the services that we provide. If you want a consultation on building business credit, or which funding source to apply for to get funding, you will schedule a free business credit consultation. That's like my appointment scheduler, okay? So you just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult, right? Now, if you think you qualify for funding now, then you would go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding at the red button. Yeah. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background. I'm born and raised in New York City. I went to Morehouse, studied accounting. My first job graduating was with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company at the corporate office. And I did a few, accounting corporate positions and stuff, right? I started a company called MediaNet USA. And what MediaNet does is we do bookkeeping and accounting services for small businesses. We also do websites for small businesses. And now we talk about business credit. Okay. All right. So what we will cover today. Hold on, let me see something. Okay. How you can get business credit within 7 days or less. That's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you are a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can get loans, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Most people fail trying to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from the bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Okay? Many apply for credit in the wrong order. So one thing I always like to tell people is that building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. So there's no skipping steps, okay? Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on strengths, okay? Strengths. And let me stop for a second. The strengths that I'm talking about here is this, the 3 C's. Credit, cash flow, and collateral. Those are the 3 strengths, okay? This seminar is for you if you're looking for money to start or grow a business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social. Are you in the right place? Because I'm gonna show you how to do it. And it's really simple, some really simple stuff. Most of the stuff you already know already. But there is some little tweaks, right? So that you know you got everything, right? Okay, let's get started. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. Okay? The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and there's a whole bunch of those, okay? Why business credit is awesome? Well, one thing, check out the hashtag. Business credit is real. Business credit has no effect on your personal credit. There's no personal guarantee needed to build business credit, okay? Business credit building is fast compared to personal credit, because personal credit, there's 5 factors, and some of those factors you don't have any control over. But with business credit, there's one factor, and that factor is how you pay your bill, period. That relates to your score. Business credit can offset current expenses, right? So if your business needs to handle something for a client and you need materials or something to get to the money, business credit can help you get what you need, provide the service or product, and then get paid, right? Like, for instance, in the trucking industry, right? You get credit cards so you can go buy gas, you go make the haul, you get paid later, right? Boom. And that way, that frees up money that you would have put into gas, and now you can do something else with it, right? Okay. And that applies to all types of different businesses. All right. Business credit can increase approval amounts with better rates and terms. So having business credit will help you. One, it could be the determining factor in whether or not you do get a loan or not. I see your hand, Frank. Hold on. So business credit can determine whether or not you do get the loan or not. And if you do get the loan, it could determine how much you could get and what the interest rate is and the life of the loan. So having good business credit can help in those situations. No collateral, cash flow, or good credit is needed in order to build business credit. And once you have business credit, you have access to loans and credit lines. Go ahead, Frank. You had your hand up. Run it. Hello, Frankie. You got a question? What up? All right, no question. Or you can type it if you need to. Okay, you got Charlene got to leave at 8. We're gonna put this on the YouTube so you'll get the email of where you can check it out. All right. Registered nurse. All right, that's your, okay. So you're an independent contractor as a registered nurse. Okay, this will work for you then if you're an independent contractor. Okay. So let's see. What else we got here? Boom. Okay. You said that. Okay. Every successful business in America has business credit. There's something up here in the chat. Let me check out what somebody said. Okay, thank you for advising. Okay, every successful business in America has business credit. This is how business is done, okay, with business credit. And I'm gonna show you. What you are looking at now, anybody can see for free, okay? There's a place on the Experience website that you can put your business name and address in, and you can come up with information like this. This is for Facebook. They're from Menlo Park, California. Now, the part that I want to bring you to your attention is the trade lines. You see that? They got 40 trade lines. So let me go over what a trade line is real quick, because this is the basis of building business credit. It's these trade lines, okay? So this is what a trade line is. You go to a company, they give you an account on credit. Then you go buy something on credit, which means you have the item. They gave you an invoice that told you when to pay it, right? So then you pay that invoice. And this is what happens when you pay that invoice. That company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. And the report says, XYZ company, they got an account with us. Their limit is X amount of dollars. They made a purchase and they paid it off in X amount of days. and they send that report to the business credit reporting agencies. The business credit reporting agencies put that on your business credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Okay? One trade line. Does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is?
How many trade lines would you recommend?
Okay. You skipping the game now. You skipping the game. Let me tell the story, right? But the quick answer to that is you need 10 or more trade lines on your credit profile in order for a lender to look at your business and say, you know what? They might be able to pay that bill. You see what I'm saying? Make sense? Okay. What am I doing? What is that thing doing? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, that's Facebook. Bet. So now this is Microsoft. They got 131, right? You see that? They got 131. You can't get the slides, but you can, Frank. You can't get the slides, but you can take a screenshot if you need to. Take notes if you need to. This presentation will also be on YouTube. And for the people looking on YouTube, make sure you hit that that button to subscribe, like, and make a comment for me. All right, no doubt about it. Okay, so Microsoft, they got 131. Now check out Walmart. They're like the master of business credit, right? They came in and made and does this is how business is done. Okay, this is what they do. And I'm gonna tell you, 80% of all the money that Walmart takes in comes from business credit. Okay, so what they do is they go to a company like Bounty and say, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper. Now the owner of Walmart, he don't go in his pocket and pay it. He don't call the accounting department and say, cut a check. The truckload shows up at the store. They put it on the shelf. We go in the store and buy the toilet paper. They take our money and pay the bill. And Bounty says, hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads. Okay, so this is how business is done at the big corporate level and at the small business level. At the corner store, I see a comment coming in. At the corner store, when the bread delivery comes, they're not paying for that bread. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done with business credit. Okay. Frank says, thank you. Okay, that's what that was. Okay, that's how business is done. All right. Now, how we can help you. The Business Finance Suite. The Business Credit Builder is powered by the Business Finance Suite. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit and high-access, high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all the legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding to hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. All right. The short rundown of that is this. Our Business Credit Builder software prepares you to get approved from the beginning of setting up your business, okay? And the setup of your business is the most important part of the whole thing. The setting up of your business. It's the simple things that's the most important thing. It's the ABCs, all right? And I'm gonna go over that stuff. Okay, well, how do you build business credit, they might ask? Okay. Fundability. Fundability is all, I also refer to this as credibility, okay? As a business owner, you may begin to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make the determination? How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? That's what they're looking at. Are you a high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt? Lenders are in it for the money, okay? Now notice I said do you appear to be a business that can pay it back? Now you don't actually have to be able to pay it back. You have to appear to be able to pay it back, okay? What is fundability and how does a business become fundable? How does a business get fundability? How does a business become fundable? To start, you have to make sure your business is set up properly. A great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied approval due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag. Maybe the addresses or the phone numbers didn't match up on a couple of reports and it just looks unprofessional. If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they cause you a problem, okay? The foundation of fundability is in how your business is set up. You see, I said that more than once today, right? It has to be set up to appear to be a fundable entity separate from you, the owner. These are the things that you need. You need a business name. Get that from the Secretary of State, all right? You need a business address. There are 3 options for the business address. The first option is to have a brick and mortar. The second option is to have a virtual office address. The third and the last option is your home address. There are no other options after that. You need a business phone. And your phone needs to be, it cannot be a cell phone and it cannot be a home line, okay? And it has to be a local number that is listed with the 411 National Directory, okay? You have to have an EIN number. You cannot build business credit without an EIN number. You have to get a DUNS number, okay? You need a website. And when you got this nice, pretty website, and they do find you, and they're gonna go to Google and put your business name in, and they're gonna find something with your business name. Hopefully they find your business. And when they do find your business with that nice, pretty home page, they're gonna skip right over that and go straight to the contact page and see what's on that contact page. They're gonna look at the business name, the telephone number, and the address, and see if it matches up to what you already put on the application. So they're trying to catch you slipping up right there, okay? And you need a business email. You should not use a free email service like Gmail, Yahoo, whatever. Right? They want to see you use your business email, like your name at yourbusinessname.com. and you get that email from the hosting company that you got your website from. So, we do websites. So one thing about the industry is that if you go to like them companies like GoDaddy, them big corporations, they're going to a la carte you everything. You're going to get everything set up. And then now you need the email. Then they're going to charge you almost $100 for one email. Your hosting company should provide you unlimited emails with your website. Okay. Okay. That's what you need to know. Okay. Contact information. Okay. This is the basic setup. You got to have this right. Your business phone number. Remember I said it needs to be that local number listed with National 411 directory. And how you list your local number to National 411 directory is you go to listyourself.net. I'll say that one more time. Listyourself.net. All right, that's how you can list your local number. You need a fax. Well, let me tell you something about this fax number and the toll-free number. That local number I told you about, you need that. Now, the fax number and the toll-free number is not so necessary, but this is how they think. They're gonna check this local number and see if it's listed, because that's what that's how lenders perceive if you're a credible business, is you have a business number that's listed and it's attached to your address. So once they verify that, then they look and see that you got a fax number and a toll-free number. Now you're more looking like you're a credible business, okay? And you need that business address, right? And one thing about the business address, it has to all make sense, right? So like, if you're doing hair from the house, well, that makes sense because you might be able to pay the bill doing hair from the house. But let's say you're a trucking company, right? Now, can you have all those trucks at the house? That's a question they're going to think to themselves, because on the Dun & Bradstreet Business Credit Report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So they're looking right at your crib or whatever you say your business address is, and they're trying to make sense out of this, okay? That's one good thing to know. So, they're trying to make sense out of this. Now, for that local telephone number, right? These are my three go-tos for that. Because you can't use your home number, you can't use your home line, and you cannot use a cell phone number as your main business number. You can operate your business using your phone or landline, but this is my go-tos: Freedom Voice, Ring Central, or Vonage. Any three of these will work. I use Freedom Voice because Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.95 a month, and they will list it for $3 a month. So I figured to myself, I gotta spend $13 a month. Okay. And they'll give you the fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. So it's worth going ahead and handling that and making sure you look the most credible, right? Okay. Now, in regards to, remember I told you about the addresses, and the second option was the virtual address, right? So this is my go-to for virtual addresses. Now, there are many companies out there that offer virtual addresses, but you need a company that is going to give you a unique address. A lot of them companies out there, they're going to give the same address they give you, they're going to give to 200 other companies. And you don't want that. You need a unique address for your business. So a lot of people use the virtual address option for a few reasons, but a lot of them don't want to share their home address, which is logical, Some people just don't want to share their home address. They got their family at the crib. They don't want to be giving up their home address. So they get these virtual office addresses. And plus, these virtual office address gives your business the perception that you are even bigger business. Because these businesses, these virtual office companies, they're like in a nice, high rise downtown or something. You know what I mean? It don't have to be a high rise, but it's a business establishment. So when they Google you and they looking at your address on the credit reports, they're seeing a corporate business. Okay. So Da Vinci, this is my go-to, right? The reason why Da Vinci is my go-to because they hook you up with a unique address for sure. If you go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, you'll see a telephone number, a person to ask for, and there's verbiage so that you get the right product. All right. Because see, what they do is they send a report. They got this form that they send to the post office that's going to create a unique address for you. Okay. So I'm telling you all the right stuff, no doubt. Okay. Here we go. What is fundability? The foundation of fundability. You got to have an EIN number. You cannot build business credit without an EIN number. I'm not even going to talk that much about an EIN number because I'm thinking that you all know what an EIN number is. But I'm going to tell you the two things that you do need to know. There's two things you need to know about the EIN number. The first thing is you cannot build business credit without an EIN number. And two, it's free. So don't go out here paying for an EIN number. They done got you. All right. It's free. Go to irs.gov. It takes you about 15 minutes to get it, and you get it right there, Johnny on the spot. Incorporate. Right? So that's the business name. You have to incorporate. Reserve your business name at the Secretary of State in the state that you reside in. This is the most important step of fundability thus far. Incorporating your business as an LLC, S corp, or corporation is necessary to fundability. It lends credits to your business as one that is legitimate. It also offers some protection from liability. When you set up your name and while you're doing your incorporation, they're going to ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is that when you select a proprietorship or a partnership, you are personally liable for anything you do with that business. So you should be selecting an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation. And you'll be better off that way in the long run, unless you just want to be personally liable. Okay. When you have your certificate from the Secretary of State and you have your EIN number, that's when it's time to go get your business bank account. You need a separate dedicated business bank account. Keep track of business finances so you can keep them separate from personal finances for tax purposes. Most vendors and lenders require a business to have a business bank account in order to get approved. Okay? It's just a normal deal. You got a business, you have a business bank account. Keep your personal stuff separate. All right? Okay, licenses. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. For a business to be legitimate, it has to have all the necessary licenses it needs to operate. The most common mistake is having the appropriate license, but listed with an old address. That's a red flag. Okay? They can deny you, and they don't have to tell you why they denied you. So you have to make sure all these red flags are taken care of, because they start giving you denials and they don't have to tell you what the answer is. I've had clients that they asked them what the problem was, but they gave a vague answer. not exactly what the answer was. So you don't know what the answer is. Okay, they don't have to tell you. All right. So you have to have this stuff all ready so you can just eliminate everything that can possibly create a red flag, get that out the way so that you can, when they do deny it, you can actually pinpoint what the reason is. Let's get these little reasons out the way. These reasons, you can avoid this stuff by setting up your business properly from the beginning. Right? Okay. So do the research you need to do to ensure you have all the licenses necessary to legitimately run your business at the federal, state, and local levels. Yeah. Okay, business website and email. Lenders and creditors will deny you if you don't have a website. Okay, you need to have it just like this, right? www.yourbusiness.com. Don't do those joints where you got something.com. Nah, you need to have your own domain. That's what they call that right there. Your own domain name, right? Spend the time and money necessary to ensure your website is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address. Make sure it is the same URL as your website. Don't use a free service such as Yahoo or Gmail. We talked about that already, so don't use Big Booty Judy at Yahoo. Don't do that one. Okay, so my company, MediaNet USA, we offer a all-inclusive small business plan. It includes domain registration, 12 months web hosted, website design, monthly updates, unlimited email, expert customer support, and internet consultation. To sign up to talk about your business website, schedule a free consultation, right? All right, and then we could talk about it. It starts at $350, renews at $150. It's not the most expensive. It's definitely not the cheapest, but it's the best value. Okay, no doubt about it. Talk to me about it. Okay, what is fundability? Business credit reports. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. It's the blueprint for tracking your trade lines. Okay, so now we're setting you up, right? The business credit reports. You need to have access to your business credit reports because one thing is when you fill out an application, they're looking at your business credit report. So you need to know what your business credit report says before they look at it, right? Okay. Another reason is once you start getting these trade lines and making a payment, now we make this payment, we're going to need to pull the business credit reports so that we can see to make sure that they reported it accurately and timely. Right? Okay. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. It's the blueprint for tracking your trade lines. The most popular business credit reporting agencies are Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Now, if you go to this website, /reports, businesscreditbuilder.us/reports, there are these three logos that link to their respective websites to a place on the website where you can put your business name and address in. And then you can find out if they got a report for you or any company for that matter. This is a free service, right? So you can just go see if your company has a report. If your company does have a report, you put your name and address in there. It'll come up with your address, and it might tell you how many trade lines you have. Okay. And a lot of times, like if you're a new company and you ain't did no business, no place or nothing, they'll have they know that you exist. They'll give you a failing grade. Okay. That's for Experian and Equifax. Okay. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports. There are other data agencies that affect these reports indirectly. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. Do your research on them. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records. This means they could even have access to information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more. While you may not be able to access or change the data the agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. In addition to the EIN number, there are identifying numbers that go along with your business credit reports. When considering what is fundability, you need to be aware of these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian BIN. So with Experian, when your first trade line hits Experian, they assign you a Experian business identification number, okay? In comparison, at Dun & Bradstreet, they got two numbers. They got the DUNS number, which is an identifying number that identifies your business directly related to your address, okay? And they have the Payday Score. The Payday Score is the score that the lenders look at to determine your credit worthiness. When you have 3 vendors send in reports to Dun & Bradstreet, that's when they issue you a Payday Score. If those 3 payments that went to Dun & Bradstreet were on time, the score that they're going to give you is about a 76. A 70 Payday Score is lendable. But you need to be at an 80 Payday Score. That's where you need to be at, okay? And you can get up to 80 easy just by a few more payments, on-time payments, all right? I don't know what the score is if all your payments were on, if all your payments were early. I don't know that answer, all right? Okay. Because I just tell you things I know, okay? Okay, your credit history has everything to do with everything related to your credit score, which is a huge factor in fundability of your business. Now, I always tell people that you can build business credit while having bad personal credit now. But I bring this up now is because while you have good business credit and you have good personal credit, now you are more fundable. Okay, so that you actually having good personal credit makes you a lot more fundable. Okay, but you can still access money if you don't have personal credit, just using your business credit. Okay, but when you do have personal credit, you're more fundable. All right. These are the stuff that affect your personal credit. How many accounts are reporting payments? How long have you had each account? What type of accounts they are? How much credit are you using on each account versus how much is available? Okay. Are you making your payments on these accounts consistently on time? So there's a lot of factors that will go into your personal credit, no doubt about it. So I would put time and energy into working on that so that you make your business more fundable. Okay. And then you make it more fundable with personal credit. You got the business credit that's going to show them that, hey, my business can make payments on time. And now you're going to be able to qualify for more money, better rates, and extend the time period. Okay. Align your business information correctly. Right. So this is a big summary right here of all of this first step stuff. Okay. Exact business legal name, business address, business phone, address listed with at the IRS for your EIN, insurance licenses, website. You have to make sure your address, your telephone, your business name is all listed with all of these the same exact way. Same exact. The key to this piece of business fundability is to monitor your credit reports frequently. When it comes to business credit reports, you can monitor through the reporting agency directly. Let me go back over this. Those 3 business credit reporting agencies, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, they all will charge you about $100 per month to access your business credit reports. When you do business with us, we charge you $25 per month to access all 3, because we have a volume discount with NAV that they create these special reports for us that gives us just the information that we need to help our clients, right? So it has the information on there about what trade lines you have, what the limits are, if you're making the payments on time. There's a special reports so that you'll know, right? Because NAV got these free reports that give you letter grades. That's not helping you, okay? Let's move forward. Okay. What is fundability? Financial statements. Both your personal and business tax returns need to be in order. Not only that, but you need to be paying your taxes, both business and personal. Business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credits to the legitimacy of your business. Personal tax returns. Often tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is the bare minimum you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs and bank statements, among other things. Now, I bring this stuff up. Now, you might be a new business and don't even have none of this, but I let you know that this is the stuff that they're going to look at, right? So if you're a new business, that's understandable. You don't have this, right? But if you're a business that's already in existence, you need to make sure you got this stuff on deck because it makes you more fundable, right? This is the stuff that makes you more fundable. Okay. We're gonna skip that page. Okay. We're gonna skip that page too. Okay, so how fundable is your business? Is the contact information consistent? Choose lending products that is best for your business. Do you need a traditional loan or a line of credit? Would a working capital loan or expansion loan work best for your needs? Choosing the right product to apply for can make all the difference, okay? And that's where our finance team helps. Our finance team, knowing your background, because we get to know who you are, we know your background, and we know the things that, the products that is best for you. And we'll bring all the qualifications for you to your attention. We'll let you make the decision on which is the best solutions for you. Okay. All right. Okay, so this right here is a chart that tells you all the things that affect your fundability. Okay, starting at the left, you got all the items that affect your credibility, right? The industry that you're in affects how lendable you are. Your business name, your business 411 listing with the telephone number, your time in business, your EIN number, your website, your business license, all of that stuff affects how fundable your business is. The stuff on the right, you got your application process, your financial statements, your business credit reports. All of these things affect how fundable your business is. Does anybody got any questions before we move on to the next step? Anybody got any questions? And that's like right there, that's the first step right there. All right. Making sure your business is set up credible in the eyes of the lender. Does anybody got any questions? Y'all are quiet. Let's go. What up? All right, let's go. Let's move forward. Okay. Now, we talked about how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. How to make your business as fundable as you possibly can, right? Now we're going to start actually building business credit. Oh, we also talked about setting up your business credit reports, right? Okay, we got somebody in the chat. What's up? Let's see what's popping. Charlene, great information and presentation. Oh yeah, thank you very much. And now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Now we just did the ABCs. All the stuff we're talking about is ABC stuff. It is the most important. That's why it took so long to talk about it. This is the most important stuff, just setting up your business, all right? Okay, now we're going to go into actually building business credit, okay? And this one is not as easy, because now what we're going to do is we're going to have to find vendors that's going to give us credit when we have no credit, and not that many businesses are going to do that. And they also have to be able to report to the business credit reporting agencies. And not that many people, not that many businesses out there do that. Only 10% of all the businesses out there report to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high guidelines and restrictions to even be able to report. Woo. Okay, so this is a hard step right here. So we're going to be starting with these net 30 accounts, which means the companies that is going to give us some credit when we have no credit, they're going to give us a little bit of credit in the form of a net 30 account, which means that when we do buy something on credit, we have to pay the total balance in 30 days. Okay, net 30. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. What you talking about? Here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit even if you have none now. The first place I go is Maverick. And you can go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you can get the link to Maverick, right? If you go through my link on that page, then you get the hookup because they know I referred you, right? Also, there is the CEO Creative, Granger. Granger sells stuff like tools, uniforms, work materials. Barnett is a Home Depot company. So they sell everything that Home Depot sells. And Uline, you probably know about Uline, but they sell janitorial supplies, and other stuff. You get toilet paper there, all type of stuff. Okay. But these are all good ones. Maverick, the CEO Creative, Granger, Barnett, Uline. Now, let me tell you about these starter vendors. These starter vendors, they change their requirements regularly. Okay, so like the list I got right now is not the same list that I had last year or even 6 months ago, because they changed their requirements. Some of them, they get on our list and they get off our list. Then we get new ones that come in. So we have a staff that's always looking at these starter vendors and making sure that we have the right list, because that's how we help our clients. We have a list, a big list of these starter vendors. And they have the requirements that you need, the underwriting guidelines. That saves you time, Okay, because if you're doing this on your own, you're just throwing darts at companies to see if they're going to give you this net 30 account. We already have the list of net 30 accounts that are applicable today or any given day. Okay, so if you're doing this on your own, that's where you waste time calling up vendors to see if they're even going to give you this net 30 account. So we give you the net 30 accounts and we give you the underwriting guidelines so you'll know before you call them and ask them for this account whether or not you'll qualify or not. Okay. Now, some vendors like Uline will require an initial prepaid order before they can approve you for business terms. Okay. You need to have a total of 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. That's why I got this card, right? But check out the card though. The card got the number 5 on it, right? But check it out. Check out the smoke, right? So he's rolling. Now, but check his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit now, and now we rolling. All right. So that's the key. That's how we jump start. You set up your business right. You get these net 30 accounts, 5 net 30 accounts, and now we're rolling. Okay. Remember, each step is needed for the next step. You can't skip these steps. Once you got 5 net 30 accounts, now we can go to revolving accounts. This is where you want to be. You want to be at the revolving account stage. You need to get those 5 on your credit report, preferably 3 that report to Dun & Bradstreet, 1 that reports to Experian, and 1 that reports to Equifax. Okay, that's how you jump start. All right. So after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Most major stores do offer business credit, but they don't advertise it. Why are they gonna? They're not gonna advertise it if you're gonna put your social on there. All right. But there's a twist though with this one, right? But these are all good companies. Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple. And some companies, for some of you, just having these accounts is what you need. Having a good gas card and repair card for your truck to get your truck up and down. For other businesses, it might be having a Home Depot account to get a whole bunch of wood, make that job happen, right? It might, for another company, it might be having an Office Depot account and a Sam's account, right? You see what I'm saying though, right? And let me tell you one thing, I see something in the chat, but let me say one thing about these revolving accounts versus the net 30 accounts. On the net 30 accounts, there's gonna be a place to put your social. You leave it blank on those net 30 accounts. Now, on the revolving account, there's going to be a place to put your social, and there's going to be a place to put your EIN number. There's a new rule since 2018 that says these companies are going to finance you or give you a credit account from a third party, usually a bank. They need to identify who you are. So they're going to ask you and need to have your social. But this is how it goes down. The companies that do provide these accounts without a personal guarantee, they're going to have a place to put your social, and they're going to have a fine print that says, we're only using your social to identify who you are. Now, this fine print is going to be in legal mumbo jumbo, okay? And then there's going to be another place to put your social, but this is for a personal guarantee. And then it's going to have the personal guarantee legal mumbo jumbo. So you have to identify the legal mumbo jumbo that says that this is not a personal guarantee. Okay. Anybody got any questions? I got something up here in the chat. Who we got? Mr. Clifton says, of the net 30 accounts you listed, How do we know which reporting agency they report to? Boom. Ooh, he's thinking. Clifton is on the ball. You see? All right. So he's reading between the lines here. Okay. So I didn't tell you all that. So when you get these accounts, you have to ask them. There's two questions you got to ask each vendor when you set up this account. One is, who do you report to? Because if they say TransUnion, boom, that's the wrong vendor, right? So boom, that's how you find out, right? You find out by asking them. The second thing you need to ask them is when they report. You need to know when they report, okay? You need to know when they report because some vendors will not report if you buy the item and pay the item in the same month. Bust that one. So I got a strategy, okay? Here's the advanced strategy to that. Boom. Let's say we're dealing with a vendor. Here's an example. Let's say we're dealing with a vendor that reports to Dun & Bradstreet and they report on the 30th of the month. Most vendors report at the end of the month. So in that instance, I would try to buy the item about the 25th of the month, and then they're going to report at the end of the month. When they report at the end of the month, I need that report to say I owe them for what I bought when they report. And then I'm going to pay for the item in the first week of the next month within 14 days. Because if I pay within 14 days, the report they send in says I paid early. Now, if I pay between the 15th day and the 30th day, the report they send in says I paid on time. If I pay on the 31st day, the report they send in, who knows the answer to that one? The report that they sent in says I paid late. Okay? So boom. Hope I answered that question, Mr. Clifton. Okay. So let's move forward. Okay. Once 10 accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, Amex type credit. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. Try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high $10,000 high limit. Okay, so the first goal was to get 5. Now the goal is to get 10. You need to have 10 or more. Once you got 10 accounts, now you can start applying for Visa, MasterCard. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit on the business account, okay? You get these revolving accounts. You pick one of those revolving accounts. You use it more often than the others. When they see that you are making on-time payments, like let's say you made 3 on-time payments, now you call them, ask them for an increase in your limit. You want to get your limit as high as possible because when you go to these Visa, Amex type of stuff, they're going to approve you for the amount of your highest revolving limit at that moment. Does that make sense? Did I make sense out of that? If not, just ask me. But, you know, that's how we go down. You get one of those revolving accounts to be as high as possible because those revolving accounts hold more weight on your credit score. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. Now, people ask me all the time, well, how long does it take, Mr. Booker, to build business credit? Now, I can't answer that question because everybody does this process different. I see somebody in the chat. Everybody does this process different, right? Because it's all about your administrativeness. If that's even a word, I'm gonna have to make a webinar just about administrativeness, but it's how you get this account, buy an item, pay the item, check your credit reports, and keep doing it over and over. It's how efficient you do that. Is how fast you can do it. Now, in my system, it should take you about 12 months. Some do it in less than 12 months. Most people do it in more than 12 months. Let's see who's up in here. Clifton, once again, if my virtual business address company is reporting my monthly fee to a reporting agency, is that considered a trade line? Yes, it is. If they are actually reporting it to a business reporting agency, you would have to ask them, are my payments being reported? If so, who would they be being reported to? Dun & Bradstreet? Oh, really? Then I'm gonna pull my Dun & Bradstreet report, and through the process of elimination, I'm gonna determine which account that is, because I'm gonna see it on that business credit report. Now, reading these business credit reports is not easy because they don't show you, it's not gonna say my virtual business address company, right? It's gonna say something like real estate. It might say, like, if it's a different industry, it might say home and garden if it's Home Depot, right? It might say home and garden. It's gonna categorize the vendor, all right? So I hope I answered that question, Mr. Clifton. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a little summary and we're gonna get out of here. Okay, so there's no skipping steps. There's 10 trade lines that you need to have a goal of having. The high $10,000 limit, that's what you want to have. Cash business credit accounts will match the highest credit limit reported on your credit profile. You get access to MasterCard, Visa, American Express, business loans, and credit lines, no doubt about it. Now, I'm gonna quickly go over 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about. You know why? Because they don't sell this stuff, right? And I tell you this stuff, not that you may qualify for it, because you may not qualify for this stuff, but I let you know how to think about qualifying for business funding, okay? It's a thinking process. Right? Okay, strategies out here, right? Okay, cash flow financing, cash flow financing. Cash flow finance is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at bank account management for approval. So if you have more than, this needs to be adjusted, 3,000 in deposits per month, you can get approved. It used to be 10,000, but now I got a new funder that does less. Right? So you have to have at least 3,000 a month in deposits, and I can get you some funding. This is the fastest and the easiest money you are going to find to secure money. So in today's times, these cash flow financing type of companies, they have this automated, which will get you funding in either 10 minutes or 2 days. Okay, this is a new funding partner I have. It's called David Allen Capital. Okay, there's an online process to apply, and when on this online process, there's the screening process, right? So they got the basic application with a few questions, and that's all they're gonna need is to answer these few questions. This chart that you're looking at shows you the flow of where your application goes depending on the information you put in. So let's say you put in that you made $2,000 per month. Well, that one is going to kick out because it needs to be 3,000. So anything under 3,000 a month is going to get kicked back and send you an email that says, hey, you're not qualified at this time. The lowest monthly revenue is less than 3,000. Okay. Let's say you put in that you make between 3,000 to 5,000 in a month, and you also use your personal bank account, and your FICO score is under 550. Then it's going to send you to Giggle Finance, right? Let's say your application, you put in that you make 5,000 to 15,000 and you use your bank account. Your FICO score is above 550. And they're going to send you to Biddy Advance, okay? Let's say your monthly revenue is $15,000 or more, and you use your bank account, your business bank account. They're going to send you to Bank Breezy. Now, once they get your application over there, then they're going to ask you to verify by uploading your bank information, all right? So they screen you, and then they're going to want you to verify, and then it's a done deal, all right? All right, that's cash flow financing. Y'all can check that out on my website if you go to Get Funding, right? Go to the Get Funding page. Okay, collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you are borrowing. Even as a startup with bad credit, you can still secure collateral financing if you have collateral. Rates are super low, much lower than conventional SBA loans. Okay, here goes some types of collateral-based financing. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is for companies that can group, batch, and sell their invoices. Okay, so like I got a client, he has a freight company. He gets funded by using factoring. That's the same as accounts receivable, factoring, right? Where they group his invoices. So a trucking company is going to have a truck, and the truck is going to make a delivery, and they're going to invoice to get paid for that delivery. It usually takes them about 30 days to get that money. But with factoring, it could take them 24 hours to get that money. All right. Purchase orders. Purchase orders are for companies that have government contracts. The commercial bank is not going to do nothing for you, but there are alternative lenders that will fund you with your government contract. You go in there and say, hey, I got this government contract. All I need is this big ass truck, and I'm going to get this check. They're going to say, that check is going to be good. Here's the truck. Go get the loot. Let's get it. Okay. Okay. Stocks, bonds, and 401ks. All these type of investments stay intact. You get a business loan on them. Revenue lending, that's the same as cash flow financing. Inventory and equipment. If you have $100,000 in inventory or equipment, you can get a business loan on that. Real estate. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. Insurance agents, if you have a book of business, that's their list of their clients, you can get a business loan on that. Okay, go to Get Funding and check it out. All right, unsecured credit. This is also what we call the credit line hybrid program. Unsecured credit-based financing is a great way to get money for your business if you have a good personal credit or know a guarantor that does. So for this one, you got to have personal credit for this one. You got to have a 685 or better. What will happen is they'll look at your personal credit. It needs to be 685 or better. They'll look at your highest revolving credit line, and they will match it 5 times, up to 5 times on 5 credit cards, up to $150,000. So this is the easiest money right here for startups. All right. You get access to $150,000. All right. At Get Funding, if you go to Get Funding, there's a video that gives you more detail, how to qualify and all of that stuff. Right. So go to Get Funding, businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. That's for if you got good personal credit. Need some money right now. It takes about 3 weeks to get that done. Okay. We also have, because we're like a broker, right? We're like a brokerage firm. We got hundreds of legitimate lenders already on deck, and we know the underwriting guidelines, okay? So most of my clients, we're just getting them prepared to be able to get funding, okay? So We have access to private money, venture capital, and equity financing. That's like Shark Tank, right? You know about crowdfunding. You can even get specialized funding to buy equipment. Equipment is machinery, trucks, fleets, all right? You can get signs, vehicle wraps, specialized funding, okay? Okay, so how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place, and we're gonna get out of here, all right? Okay, on my website, businesscreditbuilder.us, at the bottom of each page, there are video testimonials of clients that have used our system, all right? So check that out. This is Brian. He talks about how he got his 50,000 real quick, fast, and in a hurry, okay? Okay, the ultimate solution, the business finance suite. It's the easiest and the fastest way to get money and grow and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. This is what you get. All my clients, they get the core package, they get this. You get business credit for your business, not linked to your social, through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you even start. You get access to discounted business credit reports. I told you all about that. You get free Experience Smart Business access. You get the largest supply of starter vendors to start your business credit. We have the massive selection of revolving store credit with underwriting guidelines, hard to find cash credit sources that you can get within 120 days. No personal credit check or guarantee is required. I see we got something up in the chat. I got you. Hold on. You get access to the cash flow financing, collateral-based financing, unsecured financing, private money. Most popular product is our hybrid credit line hybrid program. Is the most popular one. Okay, let's see what we got up in the chat. What's up? Clifton, how did I know? Do you offer services related to getting grants or certified minority-based finance businesses? I do not offer those services, right? I do have a webinar somewhere on my YouTube channel that goes over a few of those, okay? But what that is basically, you know, these grants, this is the free money. This is the free money, right? So the grants, they in order to apply for different grants, there's an open date and a closed date. So you have to find out what website is providing this information, right? And you go to the website and you check out which ones that you qualify one for, and then to see if you missed the date to submit your applications. And that's basically what that is, okay? You just got to find the places. If you know, on my YouTube channel, I got a webinar that I talked about that. So just search that and get that info. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let me move on. Okay, like when you get my core package, you get your own control panel. Okay, your control panel looks like this. Your control panel is customized to your business. Now, it's not going to have all these buttons on the left because this is my reseller account, right? But you're going to have a button down there that says, Build My Business Credit. And then you go in there and you have your course content. And we go step by step through each step that you need to go through. No skipping steps. We go down into the steps, and each step will have instructions on how to complete this step. Each step will have a video to help you understand this step and how to complete it. If you still can't figure it out, then we have an advisory team that you can call or email and help you figure out each step. In other words, You're not doing this alone. We have somebody that's going to be right there with you that you can talk to on the phone. When I call up the advisors, they know my voice. Hey, Noel, they know my voice already. Okay, all right. So you're not alone. You're going step by step through all the processes. When it comes time to get to the vendors, and we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier of vendors, we give you about 15 vendors. We'll say, pick 3 of these. And when we give you these vendors, this is the information that you will see. This is for Racetrack. Racetrack reports to Dun & Bradstreet. Their payment terms are revolving. Got their telephone number, fax number, description of what they sell, and how to qualify. You need an EIN number. You need a DUNS number. Payday Score of 78. Preferred 3 years in business. Business entity you need. You need your business phone listed with 411. Boom. So you know when to qualify, when to apply for this, when not to qualify for this. You're not going to be wasting time calling them up, saying, yo, how come you denied me? Right? Okay. All right. So this is one of my clients, Christine. We're going to be out of here in a short minute. Okay. This is one of my clients, Christine. She got all these approvals in 6 months without using her social. Now, not everybody could do this. Not everybody could be a Christine. She's able to do this because her husband is a truck driver and she's a stay-at-home mom. So she's at the crib all day. She could do this, right? Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6,000, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. See, this list is over 250,000. Know what I'm saying? Now I mean, now I mean, all right. This list is over 2, and you can do it too. You can do it step by step. You might not be able to do it in the time frame that she was able to do it, but you can do it step by step. No skipping steps. All right. With our core package, you get your own personal credit, your business credit advisor who offers concierge service for 12 months. You get your own finance officer for 5 years to help you get the best financing for your business. Okay, here's the summary. Get your own business finance suite, control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow financing, collateral-based financing, unsecured, private money, all of that. It will typically take you 18 to 24 months if you do this on your own. So I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, doing it with us helps you save time. If you can, I'm not saying you can't do it yourself. I gave you all the steps. You can do it yourself, right? But when you have a team behind you that knows this, we can help you streamline your efforts, right? Okay, we have 2 different packages. The core package is what I've already explained to you. You get your control panel, your finance team, your advisors, right? The business credit building program is a one-on-one consultation with me. You don't get the control panel. I got access to the control panel, and I'm going to help you one-on-one build your business credit for 1 year. The core package is unlimited. You never end that. You never have access to funding. This is an investment for your business. You never have access, you never end access to funding, all right? Somebody can tell you how to get it done, all right? So the core package, get started today as part of this seminar, and you can get started with a huge discount on your premier enrollment plan. This usually would cost you about $4,400. My price is $29.95, in which you could put a $1,500 down and make 6 monthly payments, or you can make a single payment of $2,250. Okay, single payment of $2,250, that saves you $750. Now, the good piece is this. If you think that you are interested in this, and I could take $1,000 off for you, then you let me know, because I could do that. But I can only do that for one person. So at the end of the night, you call me on the telephone 404-500-9687, or you schedule a consult, and I can apply that $1,000 off for that single payment, which means you can only pay $1,250 and get this package that's usually would cost $4,400. Who's this in the chat? Cindy, does this ever help build personal credit? No, it does not. This builds, the process I described today helps you build credit for your EIN number, okay? That's what that does. Your personal credit has nothing to do with this. Not a thing, okay? So I hope I answered that question, Miss Cindy Rodriguez. All right, so let's move forward. And we're gonna get out of here. Okay, so this is the one-on-one program. This is the one-on-one program. Retail, it usually retails for $2,500. This is the one-on-one consultation. Me and you, we talk as many times as we need to make sure that I got you on the right path to building your business credit for 1 year. It costs $9.99. You could get down with a $400 down payment and make 3 payments, or you can put down $750 as a single payment. But if you are really interested, just for today, I will do a single payment of $500. $500. You would have to contact me right now if you are that person that is interested in that one, that you can get this deal right here, this one-on-one for $500. All right. Usually at $9.95. My clients pay $9.95 because they don't do the single payment. They make payments and they pay the $9.95. Today, and today only, you can get it for $500, single payment. All right. So boom, boom, bam. Okay, right there. There it does go. Now, let's say you can't afford all of that. I'm still trying to help you, right? You can get one of my ebooks for as low as $10, 10 bones. All right. Go to /ebooks. businesscreditbuilder.us/ebooks. Get down where you get down. Got to get in where you fit in. All right. Now, let's say you can't even afford that. I'm with you. I've seen that day. Go to my blog. My blog got a whole bunch of information I cannot fit in this presentation. So go to the blog at businesscreditbuilder.us/blog. I got social medias out the wing. And we got the new Spotify video podcast. Check that out. And just so you know, schedule your free business credit consultation. And that's how you get started. Does anybody have any further questions? And was this useful? Was this even useful? Did I waste your time? Yeah. Would it be like somebody say something? All right. Clifton said, you've been awesome. All right, I appreciate that, Clifton. Miss Barton, really great info, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mr. Clifton. Sandra, thank you, very useful. Good deal. Cindy, you good out there? All right, cool. I appreciate y'all. If y'all don't have any questions, we're gonna end the night. Great. Rachel says good information. I appreciate that. I'm glad I didn't waste your time. Thank you, Sandra. Yes, ma'am. Okay, if nobody got any questions, we're gonna end the night. All right. That's about it. You'll get my emails. We do this regular once a week. We get up on here and talk smack. Michelle says, thank you. I appreciate it, Miss Michelle. Everybody, I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed one. Each one teach one. Word. Love your family. Family first. Family over hoes. Okay. All right, y'all. Have a good night.